So basically, my position as a veteran who has my medical marijuana card, I'm going to still be using cannabis regardless of Proposition 205 passes or not. I'm still going to be a paid, registered member of the Arizona Medical Marijuana Program, because medical cannabis is absolutely a necessity for our veterans, for civilians. It's lowered in states that have legal programs. It's lowered the opioid overdose rate. It's lowered the suicide rate. It's lowered the amount of prescriptions that are being doled out for symptoms and illnesses that cannabis can also treat or help. These are scientific, provable pieces of information that you could research right now. It'll take less than 5 seconds to pull it up on your phone, pull it up on your computer. Most individuals don't know that Dr. Raphael Mechoulam was paid to conduct research for the United States National Institutes of Health on cannabis. He's the one that isolated THC and all that stuff. Well, Israel's program has just flowered. It's absolutely blossomed. They are doing incredible things over there in Israel. And what's funny is it was paid for by taxpayer dollars through grants that Dr. Raphael Mechoulam was submitting to the National Institutes of Health. Again, you could look this up, it's real. They know it. That's why GW Pharmaceuticals are working at breakneck speed to get a number of medicines through FDA approval process so that they could start to make money off it. And these are derivatives from the plant itself. These aren't the synthetic forms that have been mixed with peanut oil that we've been seeing with dronabinol and Sativex and stuff like that. These are actual extracts from the cannabis plant. It's a brave new world, right? They see the writing on the wall. I guarantee you, the politicians in DC are watching this, are nervous, and are working to head off what it is that they see as an inevitable falling of the cannabis classification as a deadly narcotic under the Controlled Substances Act. President Obama himself, in an interview with Bill Maher on Friday, discussed how untenable this situation is, especially after November 8th, when the states have their vote. When you have a majority of the states who have legalized and who have said that this is going to be our policy from here forward regarding this federal policy, and it's in complete opposite ends of the spectrum, it's untenable, and that's from the president himself. So, as a voter who already voted, I'm hopeful that other individuals within our community are going to come out and vote for sanity, because it's insane to be locking people up for felonies for possession of an herb, of a plant, facing years, facing decades behind bars. If that's a veteran and you're locking me up for something that I'm using medicinally, taking that away, charging me with a felony and putting me behind bars isn't going to make me a better member of civilized society. It's going to trigger me to a point that you've probably lost me for good. You probably created an individual that has a lot of anger and resentment built up within him. You probably created somebody that at first opportunity is going to want to lash out at the government that we went and fought for and that has persecuted us so unjustly. Not just persecuted us over something that is harmful, deadly, dangerous to ourselves and to the society that we're in. Something that they know to be beneficial, something that they have patented as an analgesic, something that they patented as a neuroprotectant, something that they're assisting pharmaceutical companies in creating patents so that they can profit off it, something that they've known since the 60s is beneficial for the human body. That will spark a lot of anger, a lot of rage, a lot of confusion, and a lot of discontent. And at that point, it's upon us, again, as the veteran community, to stand up against this domestic enemy. And you don't have to put a name to it. Just know that this is not American, this policy, first off, that we have here with respect to cannabis, and that we have the right to change it. So in a couple days now, I'm really hopeful that we're going to do that as a community. And we're going to start to see the profits come in so that we can build up our education system. We could reduce the number of inmates that we have a certain time needlessly over non-violent acts. I'm hoping that we can start to get some money to rebuild our infrastructure. I'm hoping that we can start to change some of these laws that have allowed private prison industries to come in here and start trading people on Wall Street as if they were produce. I'm hoping that a saner Arizona prevails and we're able to move forward from this moment and start to rebuild our community. So that's where I'm at.
Hope so.